So after this crazy year that we all have globally been through and what a hectic year it has been, I wanted to go over a recap of this year on New Year's Eve because I want to actually recap the year of 2020 for me personally, and I want to tell you things that have gone on this past year as well as tell you guys about things that are coming up, so stick around. My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world. Hey guys, thank you for joining me today, and Happy New Year's Eve as well too. We are hours away from finishing 2020, and thankfully it is finishing up and wrapping up, and whew, what a year it has been. For us, everyone, like I said, globally, it has affected all of us in some sort of way. Now, 2020 definitely knocked the wind out of the sail for a lot of different things, for a lot of things that I was doing especially too. There was just a whole bunch of different projects, there was a whole bunch of different people, things, and places that I wanted to visit, do, what have you. Obviously, this is something that a lot of people can relate to. So I am not the only one that's kind of been set back by this, but you know, though I had the setbacks, feelings, emotions, stress, what have you throughout the whole process, whether being just isolated from people, being isolated from different things, it's definitely difficult for us all. I did have some goals that I wanted to complete, ones that I knew that I could still achieve though we were in this pandemic, and I'm very thankful that those happened because I think those were definitely some saving graces for me where it kept hope alive for me and kept my positivity and my spirit up. So the big one I would say is this. So to recap the year, as you know, like we were doing YouTube videos before this, having this reptile room. So with landing this reptile room, there have definitely been a lot of positives with it. So like for one, like we were able to expand and grow and get a whole bunch of new caging and stuff like that for the animals that are growing like weeds, and that's for sure. Like for example, like we have Willow and we also have Bo the boa right here. Actually, let me take out Willow right now so you guys can see her. Willow, as you know, got her 2 years ago, and she has grown, and I mean, she just keeps growing. This animal is absolutely incredible, and just like holding her colors really well, and what have you. I mean, it's been definitely an amazing thing getting into Woma pythons, and now getting on the verge to starting to breed them. That's going to be really cool. But yeah, with getting a new reptile room and getting new caging in here and stuff like that, and kind of bringing you guys along with those journeys, that's been really exciting for me. And that's exactly what I was envisioning at the old place, is doing videos like that and bring you guys along for those kind of videos. That's what's really exciting for me. So we're going to continue doing that in the coming year of 2021. So really excited about doing those kind of things. As you guys kind of know, this room is ever evolving and ever going to change. So everything that you kind of see right now, it's all fair game to kind of move around a little bit. So there's always room for improvements, I always say. So that's what we're going to do in terms of husbandry, in terms of care, in general, in terms of what I keep. It's all things that can change, you know. So we kind of did that video earlier where I was talking about dream species and stuff like that. And though like I'm not in a rush of getting any dream species, you know, the redfoot tortoise, things kind of happen. So with that being said, we have a lot of capabilities with this room. We have a lot of capabilities to expand. With expanding, I don't mean like buying a whole bunch of animals, you know? I mean like, for example, like my ball python breeding. We're able to breed ball pythons again. So we're finally at a stage where I can have a properly run collection of ball pythons where I can sustainably run, I can breed, I can produce, I can sell. Breeding things not only that people want, but things that I love. So morphs that I love and I want to keep. There's probably going to be a good amount of them that I honestly keep back. So kind of like I'm producing for the public, but I'm also producing for myself. So definitely something I'm really excited about and looking forward to for the 2021 season. Is breeding a whole bunch of different ball pythons. So we have the incubator in here, we have the ball pythons all set up. Everyone's been eating well. We've been having successful locks like instantly since Thanksgiving week. And that's just something that's been really exciting and really invigorated my excitement to breed it again. I haven't bred for a few years because of, not in terms of like I didn't know what I was doing. It was more so I didn't think I had the adamant amount of space to take on a whole bunch of hatchlings. And I wasn't going to do it just to do something for money. It's never been something like that. I want to make sure I'm doing it and doing it properly. So that's exactly what I'm doing now that I have the capabilities to do so. So yeah, with that being said, we're kind of getting onto the topic of plans for the future, and yeah, ball python breeding is one of them. Hopefully if the world comes into some state of normalcy, hopefully it does soon. So like I said, we got to play it day by day, but If it does, I know a lot of shows have been canceled right now, and a lot of shows are kind of in limbo, like bigger shows. For example, Tinley. I haven't been in Tinley since October of 2019, that's right. I couldn't remember, it's been so long. So it's been over a year since I've gone to Tinley, and I know for a lot of people that's one of the shows that they heavily rely on. Tinley October is something that's been something that a whole bunch of people rely on. It was just a really cool show to go to. I loved not only seeing the animal aspect of it, but the social aspect of it as well too. It's definitely something that if you're going to one of those bigger reptile shows and kind of networking and like talking and meeting new people, that's what it's all about. So that's what I want to do and hope for in 2021 is hopefully we get back to some sort of normalcy later on in the year, where there's some sort of ways to get back into reptile shows and do those kind of things. I know a lot of people rely on those, and I know a lot of people love going to those as well too, myself included obviously. So hopefully we can get back to those. I think they would be a lot of fun. And meet a whole bunch of you guys too. I would love to do that. So yeah, those are two things right there and then that hopefully we can do in the coming year. But I'm not just planning for 2021, I'm planning for years beyond. So regardless of that, hopefully as we get back to normalcy, regardless when, that's what we're going to continue on doing. Now, as far as plans go for 2021, it's not just things that I want to think of and come up with. I want your guys' feedback. I really, really value it. It's something that I don't take lightly. So any comments that you guys make, anything like that, I mean, I'm reading. I'm trying to reply to as many of you guys as I can too. Just trying to stay involved with you guys. I want to be able to stay involved with you guys as we continue to grow. We're well over 1,000 subscribers right now, and I think that's incredible. And I would love for this community to keep growing, if not doubling in this coming year. I think that would be great. I think with that being said, I think there's two things that I'm going to be asking for you guys from this year. One, I want more feedback from you guys. I want more ideas from you guys. Whether or not you just reach out to me on social media, whether or not you're just commenting down below on YouTube videos, I want more feedback. I want more suggestions of what you guys want to see. I want more suggestions on whatever. I would love to just hear some of your comments. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear any of it. Doesn't matter if you're just beginning in the hobby, a veteran in the hobby, and you don't know anything about the hobby. I want this to be a channel that you guys are able to come, visit, learn, and what have you, and just simply have a conversation. I think that's something that's very important regardless of what you do. And though I would be doing this regardless if I was on YouTube or not, because this is animals and reptiles and everything like that, that's my passion. I love that I have this as a tool that I can use to help you guys out, and I think it just kind of helps me out too. I mean, it's a two-way street like I said, so your feedback is something that I rely on as well too for those type of things. Another thing I think I want you guys to do is I also want you to start sharing the content a little bit more. Like if a video has been helpful for you guys, not only do I want you to kind of like interact with it, I also want you to share the video. So if you guys could share the videos to anyone that you think is struggling with something in a subject, and if this video helped you, for example, why not share it out with someone else? So not only you're getting the help that you need, but you're also helping someone else. I think that's super important, and I think that would be phenomenal if we could do those kind of things, because that is how you grow a community. Besides the things that I discussed with you guys, there is also plans on new content coming, new different types of content coming in 2021. A couple of the things I'm not going to share just yet. I'm just going to kind of premiere them, test them out, see if people like it, and if they don't, then I mean, we'll maybe keep going and doing it and just kind of try it out for the first year. I at least want to try it out for the first year, and if things don't work out, we're gonna kind of change things up or completely cancel it and just kind of know where we stand with those kind of things. But there's a lot of different things I want to do, and I think this channel could be a phenomenal outlet for these kind of things. I would probably say there's probably like 3 different new things that I want to start doing. It all kind of comes down to a goal of mine for this year. It's always good to have goals and New Year's resolutions that you don't necessarily have to start on New Year's. A lot of people think you have to, but you really don't. But I don't want to keep you guys completely in the dark on things that I want to start premiering and producing in 2021. So the thing that I have been working on that I'm very excited to start doing is I'm actually going to start podcasting. So it's going to be 1 episode per month. So we're going to have hopefully 12 episodes where we're going to be podcasting. And what we're going to be doing with that podcast is we're going to be meeting a whole bunch of different people in the reptile and animal community is what the plan is right now. And I think having that reach out to a whole bunch of different people and just kind of having conversations and seeing how long it goes and seeing what the outcome is, I think that's really exciting. Now, if you're anything like me, you love listening to podcasts and you love just kind of finding new podcasts. And currently right now I'm listening to probably about 4 or 5 different podcasts, and I think that's very seldom to a lot of what some people listen to. I think people listen to a whole bunch, but I think they're rather like relaxing. They're just great to have, to listen to different ideas, different perspectives, everything like that. And I think truthfully, like if I'm working in this room throughout the day and stuff like that, I'll just throw in some earbuds and I will just start listening to podcasts. I don't listen to music really. You can learn a whole bunch, and that's kind of what I want to do. Is I want to have some conversations with people and kind of pick their brains and kind of hear their stories and perspectives on things, and anything reptile, animal related, anything like that. That's what I want to do. So with that being said, if you have any suggestions of people that you would think that you would want to see on here, if you have any suggestions in terms of what you want to hear in terms of a topic, let me know those as well too. I think that would be great, because whether you suggest a guest or if you suggest a topic, I can kind of mix match and see what guest would be great for what topic and kind of go from there. I think that would be great. So we could do a whole bunch of cool stuff with that, and that's what we're already going to do. We already filmed episode 1. Episode 1 will be coming out in January. And what I'm thinking is probably in the middle of each month, we're going to just drop the podcast. But yeah, from there on, I think you're just going to have to kind of stay tuned. We'll probably leave some leaks and stuff like that, and sneak peeks on like the social media. So make sure you follow those so you can kind of see what's in development and what you have to look forward to. I love when people do that as well too, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that. And then a couple weeks later, I get to finally see the episode, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, it's all around, I'm really excited about it. I've always wanted to get into podcasting. I think podcasting is going to be the future for a lot of different things. And I think it's going to be great because I want it to be something that it can be interactive for, like I said, someone that's just getting into the hobby, someone that doesn't know anything about the hobby, and something that would be great for veteran people in the hobby as well too. So some of the people you may know, some of the people you'll be like, who the heck is this person? But like, they all have interesting backgrounds. So definitely something I'm excited to bring you guys on. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to bring into podcasting starting in 2021. So stay tuned for that. So in terms of this year that's coming and the years to come, I think that's going to be a great start. I don't want to bite off too much more than I can chew. Truthfully, after 2020, I don't know what 2021 is going to bring in terms of what it's going to be in terms of like an outcome of like how society is going to be. But I remain hopeful. I remain positive about it. And I think we're in the right direction, and we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. And that's all really exciting. But it's the uncertainty that can leave people stressed, and it can leave people kind of weary to do a whole bunch of different things. So I just heard this quote, ironically enough, from a podcast, with being comfortable with uncertainty. So it's all about being positive and keeping your head up and kind of pushing yourself to do more. And that's definitely what I want to do. Is I want to be doing more with the channel. I want to be doing more with the animals. I want to be doing more with you guys. So basically that's the plans for this coming year. And as we sit here on New Year's Eve, what I normally like to do, if you've been with the channel for a while, or if you're one of the newer people for this channel, what I normally do is I do an end of the year montage of all the videos that I've had in the past. So this is basically kind of the recap of the year and kind of going over the plans for the upcoming year. And I just wanted to thank you guys at the end of the day, because if it wasn't for you guys, this channel would be nothing. And like I said, I would still be doing stuff with animals regardless of YouTube, and regardless of being a part of the community, but I would never have thought that I would have the experiences that I do right now if it wasn't for this channel, and if it wasn't for doing the content and meeting a whole bunch of you guys and kind of learning and growing and seeing what can be done. It's truly incredible. And with that, I thank you guys. So with that all being said, we're going to get this train rolling, and we're going to roll the montage, so enjoy. Alright, so here they are right here. These are my 2 Woma Python females. As you can see, this is the bigger one that I got last year. This gal right here is looking absolutely incredible. And then this is the newer gal that I got this year at Tinley in October. And just looking at their sizes right now, they are putting on some weight. And I haven't been power feeding them. I haven't been growing them too fast or anything like that. I'm just gradually growing them. Woma Pythons normally will reach sexual maturity around like 2 to 3 years. Now, when people think of chameleons, actually, they think they can change any certain color. But with chameleons, that's not the case. There's a whole bunch of things that can change the coloration alteration of a chameleon, whether it's like their mood or their health or like their habitat, if their habitat is up to par, different things like that. Those are going to be some of the things that will have a chameleon fire up or down. And it could be an exciting thing too, because the opposite of fear actually is knowledge. So gaining that knowledge, gaining that new perspective will help you get baby steps and everything like that to hopefully potentially overcoming your fear. But bottom line, if you could just gain a new perspective, I mean, that's a huge crucial step that a lot of people haven't taken. All right, dinner's ready. All right, there you go. Oh, come on, really? You're not going to eat? This is the third time. Why are you so finicky? Why can't I just get you to eat? But now that all we have is time in quarantine, I think I'm finally going to get around to tackling this project and setting this up to be a beautiful and lush, vibrant setup. So that's what we're going to be trying to tackle today. One of my babies that I kind of gave up on for a while, not gonna lie, years I must say. But I don't want that to be the case. I want this to be thriving. I want this to have a cool water feature down here with some cool fish. And then have a really cool terrestrial side right here and have some sort of cool species of reptile or amphibian up here.
Oh, this is the third time in this entire year that he's been out.
And we're hitting everything today.
Yeah, you're in luck. So this is the Abronia taeniata male.
Oh, this guy I think was out the last time.
Yeah, so he's fun.
Because you don't have that many Abronia anymore. They're more so with the Urban Archives now.
Yep,
right?
actually just the two. I just have this male here, this male taeniata.
Some of the stuff that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
This one is a IMG Hypo Motley Jungle.
Wow.
And this is also 100% het for call snow. So it's het call albino and type 1 anathoristic.
Oh my gosh. Going from the front to the back of the snake, it honestly looks totally different.
Oh, it's amazing. And like I said, this one's only had 2 sheds and it's already that dark.
Yeah, it turns from that brown to the bottom to the melanistic at the top. It's crazy.
And the eyes on these guys are phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. Just that jet black pattern too is really cool on these guys.
There it is.
There it is. Yep, you can even see with the head.
That's the banana.
Perfect spot.
Banana clown.
Wow, nice one too. Really cool head pattern.
And so these here should come out of the egg. Like I said, we're at 57 days, and I hatch it, incubate at 88 degrees, so we're right around 60 days. So
gorgeous.
So these should be popping their head out in the next day or two.
Never seen one of these guys before. What is this guy?
This is a T-negative albino Colombian rainbow boa.
Oh my gosh, you would never know.
Oh, they're amazing.
That's incredible. From the back, I mean, it kind of, honestly, it looked like a Burmese python, but the size, it definitely didn't add up, but really cool looking. That's insane.
What's neat about the Colombians is the Colombians are more of a brownish color when born.
Sure.
And then as they mature, I don't want to say they lose the pattern, but the color tends to overtake them.
Yeah.
So as adults, they're almost like a solid brown.
Yeah.
And with these being the albinos, they stay the same. They look the same as an adult.
Oh yeah, the busyness of that pattern and everything like that is incredible. Causing that issue, so I definitely need to get back there and see what I can do. So it's right in between those two brackets. So what I'm holding it up with is PVC pipe, this main part right here. So the foundation is built on top of these PVC pipes that I cut. So if I can just squeeze my hand in between there and then just kind of push it, hopefully I can do that. Like I said, it's not like a flexible arm where you can just kind of bend at your own will. You got bone and a whole bunch of fun stuff in there. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing something really exciting where we're going to be changing this ordinary room into... That's right, a brand new reptile room for me. I am so excited about this room, so stick around because you don't want to miss this. What I'm going to do over here is I have some cages on the way, some really cool enclosures. Not sure where they're going to be here, but I mean, I'm patient. I can wait for them. It's going to be really cool, and we're going to have some really cool setups just kind of stacking up here. Sliding glass doors, everything like that. And we're going to have something really cool over here set up. So more news on that to come. see this gal. See what kind of mood she's in. Come here, girl. That's right. Definitely not camera shy. She is. Normally when you get ball pythons, they come out and they are basically all balled up. But I mean, like I said, this package came in warm. Not too warm or anything, that's just perfectly right. So she is alert and ready and excited, flicking that tongue already. Come here. If you haven't guessed by now, oh my gosh. So this is a hypo double head for albino and granite Burmese python right here. Definitely pushing about 2 feet. I would say about 1.5 to 2 feet. But wow, the beauty in this animal. All indents, you can see where the indents go. And they're all just supposed to level up and be like that. Just like this. Lift up, go in, slides. Voila, just like that, you have a locking cage. And it slides like so. I don't have the doors on yet, but super easy, super simple. Queen of the pumpkin, I should say. But I love Womas to death. As you can see, she is not that big whatsoever. But for the time being, probably in a year or so, we'll bump her up to something like that over there with the T8s. Number 1, the black-headed python. So I have always wanted black-headed pythons for years and years and years. I think they have been absolutely incredible. I've seen them in magazines and I've seen them in shows and I've seen other keepers handle those guys, and just something about them, there's just such incredible animals. And as you guys know, I own Woma pythons and I love my Woma pythons, and the black-headed pythons are a close relative to the Woma python, so they are basically the exact same care and requirements needed for those guys, and I would love to keep one of those guys down the line. It's a tortoise. And I'm just going to cut to the chase here. That being said, it is a tortoise, but such a shy little guy or gal. We don't know the sex yet. Very young to determine the sex, but that is right. We have a little baby redfoot tortoise here. As you can see, she's coming up to say hi to you guys. They're feeling all that. So they are getting that stimulation from that. This guy actually loves this. As you can see, he's coming out. He's enjoying it right now. But I'm just kind of going in circles around the shell. Then I'm going to the bottom on the plastron, and I am rubbing around here, and I am just making sure, one, that there is no, this is where you'll probably see the most obvious fungal infections down here. If there's any fungal growth, just making sure there's none of that, but you're seeing a happy, healthy baby right here. Tell you, pretty messy. And a little goes a long way. It holds moisture real well. I love this stuff. But I'm just going to cake this side over here with the sphagnum. Now I'm going to get a couple rocks and kind of level this up. So this is like this. So he can just kind of hide under here. And he can just kind of park himself like a car in a garage. Out animals, doing a little bit of show and tell. But this male right here, I haven't started breeding my pieds yet. I've bred a lot of the ball pythons so far. All successful locks thus far with all the females, so that's been great. Have not started on my pied projects yet. And I think that's truthfully kind of coming down to what do I want to do, because I have 2 pieds, as you know. And I don't know exactly if I just want to do the single gene route. This guy with the het for pied female that I have produces some amazing babies. So while that montage was going on, I gave Daisy a bath, and oh my gosh, she's just too adorable. Oh my gosh, I love this girl to death. So I figured what we would do is we would close this video out together, and what we both wanted to say was thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for joining us this past year and the years in the past as well too. If you guys have been around for a while, if you guys haven't been around for a while, thank you guys. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the community. And I look forward to 2021. I really do. I really think we have a whole bunch of fun things planned, and I'm really excited to take you guys along those things and take you guys along those plans. I think it's going to be incredible, and to have a great and phenomenal 2021. That is what I want most for you guys. So thank you again for watching today's video and for the videos in the past. If you could do me a couple favors, if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. And also too, let me know, like I said, please let me know your feedback. I would love to know it, whether you comment it, whether you reach out to me on social media, anything like that. I would love to hear your feedback or stories, anything like that. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys next year.